Hello and welcome to this episode. This is number 40 and it's actually the first one I cannot publish in time. So I barely finished up the episode 39 in time to be published on the exact day. But now we have entered the late game and I had to really think about a lot of stuff, how I want to end this campaign and what steps we need to do this. And there are multiple things we have to consider now. And of course we are getting the plasma core torch here. This one has 600, roughly 600 kps and 3.5 million thrust. That's really good. This is enough for our late game. So we can finish the campaign with this drive. We're also going to get the plasma core reactor 3. Which is an immense upgrade to the version 2 again. This drive here needs 1 terawatt of power. This one provides 42 maximum, so we need at least 6 because we are going to slam 6 of them on the ship. And also the version 2, let's check the ship designer here. The version 2 only has 7.3 terawatt output, so that's like 6 times that. So that's really a big difference here. And we want the good reactor with that decent drive. We don't need the pion torch. The pion torch is super expensive. But we are going to take this drive which we are currently researching. I think there's another one afterwards, which is even better. But we don't need that. We can actually finish this with the antimatter plasma core torch. We're going for this one. So we need to research until this one is done. We want the reactor and we want the Titanic spacecraft. And then we are going to build 30 Titans. That's the goal. So we need a little bit more mission control for this. That we also do the space traffic control, which recently unlocked, which provides us with 25% increased investment points. We should have done that a long time ago. But I forgot that it existed and it was in a technology we didn't do. For like a global tech that we didn't do for a long time. So that's something we want as quickly as possible. I mean, it's only finishing in a few days, so that's fine. And there's another project we want, but we didn't unlock. So I have to see if we can maybe grab it from one of the other factions. And that's one which reduces the influence costs of direct investments. Why? Yeah, because this one costs 42 influence to invest 1 point into mission control here. I would like to buy more mission control now, so that we can spend more into knowledge and economy, because we still need to have 60% of the Earth economy. We're currently at 56%, so we went up significantly from our takeover of stuff for the Caliphate and the USA. But we still, so we're at 94 and we need to reach, I don't know, what is 60%? 17 times 6, 60 plus 42, 102. 102? That would be close, actually. That can't be. I'm miscalculating something. Yeah, but whatever. Oh no, that's a global. So we are always there. So we are almost at the goal. Okay, so then we don't have to worry. So we just need like 102 to be on this victory condition. We can achieve that by either taking the stuff from India here. So we could either break India completely, or we could just try to get these provinces here. We are definitely going after Bangladesh here, which we are already preparing to take the almost 200 million here, and we can still expand in Africa. And we can, of course, also just invest into economy here. And that's also the reason why I want to be able to direct invest here. Because then we can just buy mission control when it comes available. And we don't need to worry that much and can just go ham on economy. We could also, late game, when we run out of research options, go for the Greater American stuff. That's also an option. But it's probably not necessary, because we can still conquer a lot of stuff for the Caliphate here. Which is like the stuff from Bangladesh here. We can take the Indian stuff. Then there's also Philippines stuff, which we can take over. And African bits here, which we don't own yet. There's a lot of stuff we can still do, and we are going to do. And of course, economy priorities here. every point will provide us with about 10 GDP per capita. We do have almost 1,500 million people, or 1.5 billion here. So that is going to increase our GDP here significantly. So as we can see here already, the GDP increased by 187 billion last month. So that's plus 187 here in this screen. If we invest heavy into this, this is going to go crazy extremely quickly. And we can probably get to like 2 billion here if we really get everything we can. But we are not in a hurry here, so we are actually quite fine with that victory condition. So we just need fleet power. The ships that we are going to construct, which I'm going to show later when we reach that point, which is like in half a year, they have a decent drive, they have a pretty good reactor, they are Titans, we can slap coil guns on them, we can also make the first phased array lasers, probably. We can boost this after Titanic here. So we are going to just make an endgame fleet to end this campaign here. And then we are going to send it out, first to Jupiter, clean house there, and follow through the objectives. Now what do we need to do? We need to clean these bases here, and we of course need to clean the important bodies. So Jupiter system first, then we fly to Saturn, then we fly to Uranus and Neptune, and so on. And there are of course some other planets where they still have bases in the outer solar system. But we can later on probably have smaller fleets when we have broken the back of the alien infrastructure, which is still a far thing right now, but breaking Jupiter and Saturn is going to be the main economy they own. Of course, we also have to take out some shipyards they have in the asteroid belt, but that's nothing we need to care about right now. And then, of course, we have to get to Tier 3 HAB powered the surface base. So we have to get surface bases to Tier 3 on all of these bodies here. That shouldn't be a problem, that only takes time. Therefore, we are going to, of course, just fly around the planets here later on and upgrade them. Olive built... Oh, we need one on Luna to have the Earth goal complete. Ooh, interesting. I didn't know. So we have to bombard something to... or invade something on Luna from the other factions here. I mean, I'm not too worried, but we shouldn't forget about this. Oh, actually, there are 3 bases here. Maybe we want to do this actually already. Nah, we can do the settlement hub when it's ready. So, no, not settlement, but the colony hub here when it's done. And then we just upgrade the ones we need and go from base to base and from planet to planet to fulfill this. But that's a long time away from here now, especially a long time for me to play. Now we have to get to these technologies and then we can get started on the ship construction, which will take about a year. And then we have a really good fleet. But until then, we're going to focus on mission control and so on. In short, that means we have to wait about 1.5 years, I would say, because we need to wait until January for the particle accelerators in our first base to finish, which are the 6 antimatter station here, this one. And the other one comes a few months later, so that we are at 10, which produces 1 antimatter per month, which is enough for 10 ships, roughly. I'm not sure, I don't know the costs actually. And then we are ready to go in about 1.5 years, maybe 2. And then we probably need like 3 years to clean everything up. So I hope that we can finish the campaign before 2045. And yeah, let's see. That's a lot to do still. And most importantly, we have to survive still then. Let's see what is arriving on Earth or Mars or wherever. We're going to have a battle on Mercury in 2 months, but that should be fine. And something is flying towards Earth again. Ah, an assault carrier again. And this one is also coming here. 2 fleets. Yeah, they're no problem. They shouldn't be a problem. I'm not sure if I want to show them all the remnants of the fleets we defeated here. Flying backward home. And this one is the low Ursula station is something we are going to take out pretty early. Actually, can we... This station here. What is there? Yeah, there are a lot of fleets actually here, so that's something we want to target first. Not this. Okay, whatever. So that's something we want to take out pretty early on, because that's one of their asteroid bases here. They don't have that many, so it's relatively easy to approach them from the belt here. There are some stations here, but it's not even a station, it's just a fleet. Probably they bombed something in Oblivion here, and they left that ship behind. Yeah, a damaged battle cruiser, we don't care. But we are going to work outward most likely. Yeah, so let's get started here. We can still try to hunt more mining bonuses here, like lupin metals here. 12%. Yeah, we have to find room to... Ooh, that's 5% here as well for science. Yeah, I have to find space for both of them. It's gonna be difficult, actually. So something like this guy probably has to sacrifice something. We don't need this orc anymore. We want the space science for the drive. Yeah, I have to see what we can actually get rid of. So we could temporarily remove this one. Because we don't... Ah, no, he's doing cleanup of plants as well. Yeah, but these two here, they could go. Yeah, I have to go through this. We need both of these technologies now because we want to max out our mining bonuses. We also want to continue trading with the other factions just to get as many resources as we can. Because each of the Titan that we are going to construct will be heavily armored, and therefore at least cost like 1000 metals, if not more. So we need that urgently. But yeah, let me go through the orcs and continue forward and finish up some of our projects here. Okay, we are in 2039 and the assault carrier has arrived. I decided that this will be the battle I'm going to show, just to showcase that everything is still pretty easy. Although we do have a heavy amount of capital ships in this fleet, so we might lose a few ships here. So it's not a very small fleet, it's actually a decent fleet from the aliens here. So we're going to start this and we're going to set up pretty standard here, which will be I think a high wall. I think a high wall is okay. Oh, there's actually a lot of ships here. Now let's do a great wall here. And now we can just verify. These are the missile ships, and these ones are the deflect ships. Yep. The missiles here, lasers here. I think overall that's fine. Should be fine. Maybe the center is a bit weak. Maybe the center is a bit weak in regards to point defense. So let's move you here. And move you here. Like this. Yeah, the thing is that we have a lot of battle cruisers here. And they are bringing lasers. Okay, we don't care. The weakest one they could have made. Ah, here's a plasma. It's also lasers. Lasers. Yeah, this one is mechs again. So we are going to target... Actually, we don't need to target the missile battleships. We can let the AI handle the first seconds of the battle here, because the missiles will be going for all of these things here. Oh, this cruiser has mech as well. The escorts have lasers most likely. Oh, torpedoes, we don't care. So let let them use our missiles here. And the only thing we need to do is retarget to the capital ships eventually. When these ones are... yeah, now we can retarget, and now we are going to use that actually. So we are going to... Burning Leviathan. Do we care? Burning Leviathan. Where are you even? Am I blind? That's a blind moment again. Oh, it's a class. Golden Justice we are looking for. Ah, this guy. Oh, it's okay. We start here. So everybody should have this Golden Justice as a goal. And now we just need to make sure that we send volleys of our coil guns in this direction. Then we are going to send waves of it. Yeah, we are in range. Let's do the follow next. Send a wave there. Do something for the Eternal Pulsar. Oh, we should turn around actually. Fading Nebula gets a wave as well. Faded Eternity. Singing Star. Wandering Galaxy. Fallen Prayer again. And whatever isn't dead after the first initial blast will get more stuff. Okay. Relatively easy to micro these things. And now we just remove the targets and see what else. Yeah, the point defense is gone, so it's just dealing damage now. There we are. Now we can see what is behind us here. So you, escort, you get some visitors as well. You get the lasers. And you probably don't survive that flyby. Oh, you survived, okay. Then it's assault carrier time. It's already in range. And bye-bye. I love these coil guns. I'm not sure if we even lose the ship. There's a hole here. That looks like a loss to me. It wasn't the flagship, now it was something else. Oh! This one is still in range? Can still fly? Funny. In this case, let's give it some lasers as a welcome. The coil guns. And you have holes in your ship hull. That's it. One ship down. Probably a monitor. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't really see what got destroyed. Nothing got destroyed. So probably it disengaged after damage. Ooh, 1000 volatile, 1000 metal, 45 exotics. 45! Oh man. Okay. Here we are. We go back to the shipyard, of course, and heal up again. For 2 weeks almost. Really? Something got damaged. This guy. And this guy. So, no. So we sent the other parts home faster. Yeah, some hours, that's fine. And now we sent the other part at home as well. I also have another ship which is damaged here flying home. I took out some aliens in orbit before a smaller fight. I had one damaged ship from that. Because I had to split my fleet, so we took a bit more damage than probably usual. And yeah. Now, where are we? Before we proceed further, the antimatter plasma core torch is almost done. The Titanic spacecraft is also almost done. Now we are waiting for the antimatter plasma core reactor 3. And then we can go forward here. Also, the colony hubs are going to finish soon. That's also useful, because then we can upgrade at least one per planet. I don't think I will do more. Even though I could upgrade the mining, but the lost time might not be worth it. I'm not sure right now. We need to see. But most importantly is the antimatter plasma core reactor. We should have boosted that more earlier. However, that's fine though. We now finish it in June. The antimatter production is going to start in January. So we have a few months to save up material. That's the goal here. I don't want to start the Titans with the antimatter reactor too. That's not worth it. So it probably will finish in May, when these ones are done, and if the research focuses are a bit more... I mean, we are going to increase science further, so that will be something. Well, let's continue forward here. Meanwhile, we are taking over Pakistan here. That's also going to bring in a bit more science in the Caliphate here. And whatever we can find, like Niger here, which we're also going to attack next year. Actually, we can... Who's that? Oh, don't care. They don't have armies. So we are going to attack Niger as well, which is another 40 million people we can integrate here. Well, let's continue forward. Okay, finally we got this technology here, regulatory capture. We were able to steal it from the Protectorate. And this one reduces the influence cost by 25 again if we do direct investments. This is the last one we can do. And this is very important now, because we can actually use our influence here. And we go back into... What do we want to research now? I'm not sure. Could also do this one, but it's not really necessary right now. And what we can do here now is the European Union is expanding relatively quickly in these mission control caps from all its provinces that it has, or regions. And we are constantly producing mission control here with 50% investment, but still the cap is going up quicker than we are building it. So the consequence from this is we are going to invest here a bit. Now it only costs 24 by now, because first of all we got the new modifiers that increase the investment costs here, so that also increases the investment, which lowers the costs again. And also with the new 25% reduction, we can actually buy something like... So this is 2 mission control. It's a lot. It's really expensive actually. But the others one extremely expensive for influence. But we might want to produce some influence relatively soon. By doing, for example... Ooh, we have a negative here. It will go up when the manufacturing stuff is done here. For the moment, that's fine. We are going to invest 1.2k of our influence here to build 2 more mission control. Here we are. And in the Caliphate, how much would it cost here? 19 only. So we would would only cost us 900 here. Oh, we should have done it in the Caliphate actually. But doesn't matter. We are going to invest anyway. The thing is, we can probably scale down our research efforts around Earth, for example, or rather on Mars soonish. Like these ones here, the research campuses here on Mars. They're probably not worth it anymore afterwards. Instead, we could replace it either by the residential modules here, which of course cost boost, but they produce 6 influence each. And that's a lot. Because the money costs are irrelevant for the mission control that we are going to invest into. It's only the influence cost we care about. And yeah, we could do this, for example, here to get rid of the research campuses. I mean, these ones are not that powerful either anyway, because it's only 300 here for 5 mission control. For comparison, if we go to our Earth stations, where are you? Who has military here. It has a research universities. These ones produce 1000 science points. And of course, these ones are much more efficient. So for 2 mission control, we would get 120 science with the campuses. Here we get 200 for 2 mission control. And we also researched the administration tower. So actually, we could do this now and upgrade them here to also get a little bit more mission control, but also the benefit of improving science slightly. It's only plus 2%, but still, I'm not going to complain. Also, we get a little bit of control points, even though we don't need that anymore. We do have enough. So I think I'm going to do this here. The increase is only a little bit of energy. Yeah, we are going to do this to boost our Earth stations up further. Yeah, let's continue forward until we get our anti-plasma reactor core here. Antimatter plasma core reactor 3. Because then we can design a ship with the Titans and so on. Well, here we are in early May now. I skipped quite a bit, but the local project here takes quite some time. It's going to finish on the 9th of May. And also our... there's a fleet. I forgot about that one. Let's see. What's it doing? Where is it? What? Ah, here. This one. No, that's a protectorate fleet. No. Ah, here. 15 ships. Well, maybe it's going to do something. We are going to wait it out because I don't want to fight this right now. It's not worth the time here. So I will fight this outside so that we can skip forward in this episode. Or rather, I want to talk about the ships we are going to construct. So this is actually 3-5 battle cruiser. Nah, it's not really a challenge. I mean, it's a lot of heavy ships here, but not going to matter much. So maybe it takes out some AI player, hopefully. And I want to talk about the... What? It's docking. Ah. Okay, there we go. We have to see where it go, what it do now. So we finished the antimatter plasma core reactor 3, and this one would the advanced antimatter plasma core torch. So the upgrade to the drive that we currently have, and the antimatter beam core reactor. I think the beam core reactor we need for the Pion drive, which we are probably not going to do right now. Advanced antimatter plasma core torch project. Yeah, we're going to set this a favorite here. There we go. Okay, 120k. Yeah, that's like 10 times better than the drive we currently have. But we don't need to necessarily... I mean, we could retrofit our ships with it, right? Or we just tech it up and do it. I mean, we have the best generator. Oh, not generator, but reactor. It would finish in December. Let's actually design a ship. So then we know more. So ship designer, we are going with the Titan now. And that's going to be, I don't know, final battle. Nah, that's wrong. Showdown. Feel free to propose ship names. Okay, we do need the... So this was the first version. This is the upgraded. Wait a second. Which one was researched? So 1.6 million Newton thrust, 3.5 million thrust, and double the KPS. Yeah, this one has to be the first one, right? Okay, we are going to take this one here. Antimatter plasma core torch, and we are wait a second. We are researching the advanced antimatter plasma core torch. So that should be upgradable, right? Yeah, should be. That would be weird. Okay, then we can get rid of this one. Radiator, as usual. Utility module. We have the hydrant trap now. I think I also have the antimatter spiker somewhere here. Fission and fusion drives. Now we can't use that because this one is not count as a fission or fusion drive. Okay, interesting. Then we wouldn't have been necessary to research this one, but we can use the hydrant trap here. Targeting computer, ECM, that's obvious. Then I researched some new stuff, so like the exotic heat sink. I think we only need the normal one. And okay, so much utility modules here. Nose weapons will be the Spinal Siege Coiler version 3. Bam. And not sure what the other ones will be, but we have exotic armor and adamantine armor. I'm still waiting for the hybrid armor to unlock. I'm not sure if I want to use it, so I just wanted to see what the costs will be if we were to use it. Okay, let's continue. We need more utility modules here. We're going to have a separate class with the flag bridge. This one is going to have a repair bay. Do we need a magazine? 120 shots, that's more than enough. We also don't need the fission platform kit. So it depends on what we put on the hull. I think we want to have at least 2 point defenses here. No, not there. Here. Actually, maybe we want to... Does it matter? I don't know. Where they are, I don't think it matters. Then we could either put a heavy coil gun on top of it. I mean, these ones will be the base destroyers, the battle station destroyers, so we don't need to put even more coil guns on this. This could be a laser, actually. And this would then lead to the idea to put advanced laser engines on the rest here. We do have the repair bay. I don't think it stacks. Yeah, it doesn't. We can't put more hydrant traps on it. We could put a mobile research lab on top of it, because then we get space science research. We don't need that. Magazine we don't need. So I think we just put 3 advanced laser engines on it to beef up our point defenses to deal a lot more damage. Oh no, only offensive laser weapons. Bonus reduced for purely point defense weapons. Okay, so they still get a bonus from this. I don't know how much, but that's still good. And then we need to come up with some value for armor here. The role will be something like base superiority here. We definitely need 5 side armor here. 10 behind. 20, 30 in front. Ooh, 900 volatiles. Is that from the armor? Ooh, yeah, that's from the armor. Ugh. Yeah, but still we have 33k. We bought a lot from the other factions. Oh, we still need... Ah, yeah. Forgot the drive. Okay. Let's simulate like this. Now to do an example transfer, we fly from Earth to main spaceport towards... I don't know. Let's do the worst case. Pluto. 156 kps. Okay. So we would go back into the ship designer here. We would need 156 kps. We don't have this. But if you were to go to 50 propellant tanks, it would take 90 weeks. Okay, this one is still super slow. But it would get us there. Eventually. Okay, we let's do a different transfer here. We want to, first of all, defeat everything in Jupiter. So we go to Callisto eventually. Low Callisto orbit. Ship designer here. And here we are at 16 weeks. Oh, that's easy. 16 weeks. Almost 1k per ship. So these ones would be the base destroyers. We need like 10, 12 of them. The question is, do we want to have a green arc laser battery here? Or another coil gun? 900 kilometer. 1,000. I mean, for the sieges, like getting these battle stations down from the alien bases, this would be better. Then we can spam more shots. Also, this one would be helpful against other alien stuff as well. 900. Yeah, I think let's do it like this, and then we can put out one and instead put a magazine in there just to have more power. And now I'm asking myself, would it work? We don't really need the heatsink, but it's still funny. We can still reduce the radiator. We can retract the radiators in these kind of battles then. If we were to put Marines in here, that's a value of 8. Okay, let's simulate something. So we are going to save this design. And let's check out one of their bases. So let's like Neptune here, moons, whatever, Triton, sites, this base here, just one random base. 286. So we would need at least 300 marine power. Maybe even more. Oh, they have so many defenses here. So 300, let's say 350 power on marines. This is the highest we can get. We are not Humanity First, for example, who can get an upgrade to this. So this ship would have 16 value. If we have 10 to 12, that's only like 200 tops. That wouldn't cut it. No, that wouldn't cut it. So we need double that value. So this one is not an option. So instead we do the laser engines to have a better PDC coverage here. Because if these shots are better, they can also take out the higher coil gun shots from the aliens, or the mech shots, as the weapon is called mech for them. But this feels like a really good design. We could even go higher here. Something like 50. Wouldn't change much here. Costs are decent. Huh. Do we need rear armor that much? I don't know. Let's take it. This one will be the... So actually let's call this the station. I don't want to use certain words, so I'm not going to use killer here, but I would like to call them... Vein effector. So we're going to do good things with this one. 50 frontal armor, 510. I mean, these ones are designed to just stay focused to the battle stations. If you have to fight a big fleet, this could become a problem. But I would say it's fine, because we are going to have other titans as well, which I'm going to design next, but I'm not going to show it, because I have to think about what other titans we want to have. We need a titan with flagship titan, and then we need laser titans to take out small ships and stuff, because the capital ships will be wrecked by spinal siege coilers and the heavy coil gun batteries here. So we just need something against the corvettes, gunships, and frigates, and sometimes cruiser if they have the high velocity design. Therefore, let's keep this one. And we can take the final showdown out. We also don't need... We have to make a new design for the corvette here. Oh, this one is also no longer used, so remove it. Laser battleship version 3 is also no longer used. Okay. So this titan, it would cost us 1,000 each. I would say we make 12 or 15 of them. Something in that range. That would cost us, of course, like 11 to 12,000 volatiles and metals. That's not a problem. We do have this. It's half our resources. 12 times this one would be 3,600. That's also not a problem. So making this fleet will be no problem. Yeah, let's actually queue that up on Mars. We do have the best shipyards here on Mars. They will take 308 days because we didn't go to the tier 3 shipyards yet. And I don't think I will, because they cost a huge amount of metal and we don't have that. We maybe want to do the new station that we are going to build at Jupiter and so on with shipyards, with the better ones. But I'm not sure, because they will all take like a year to build. And in that year we could also just spam more ships in the Earth and Mars orbit and then fly from there. So we are going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. By the way, don't be surprised because of the low volatile income that we currently have. That's mainly due to that we are rebuilding our... we are doing changes to our research university bases, stations on Earth. Okay, this one done. Now afterwards I'm going to design the other titans, which I'm going to show eventually, not right now. What I also want to talk about is my new lunar base, because we need one. It's going to be an influence hub here. Why? Well, because we can make the media center here. It's the Earth lunar orbit, and we need a tier 3 hub on Luna eventually. But I decided we can use this one to make influence here. So we get 10 money and 25 influence from this media center here. That's extreme. I think this is way too overpowered, because if you would rush this early game, like if you play a non-brutal campaign and you really turtle up, like if you play normal or veteran, where you have a lot more free leeway with the mission control, you could make media centers on orbit of Earth relatively early if you just rush towards ring cores. And then you get so much influence that you can buy a gazillion of mission control on Earth. And you don't need to invest points like we did. So you just make money and you get the influence for either funding or whatever you need. Okay, so we are going to make... They don't even have crew. It's so insane, this module. It costs like nothing. It just costs a little bit of volatile. A bit of money, of course, but money isn't a problem because you can just reinvest this into funding this influence. Just remember that we can check it out in a second. Okay, how much energy we have left? Enough for the mining module here, if we actually want one. We do have the agriculture complex under construction. Yes, that should be more than fine. We need to make battle stations here. So I think we are going to need another agriculture complex here, because battle stations have a lot of crew. And then we can... Oh, we can already make battle stations. Oh, no, they don't have a lot of crew. My mistake, but they are expensive. So we are going to do this here. And then we are going to upgrade these 3 when they are available. Ooh, that's an energy question there. 240 money. Energy. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. So we do have... Yeah, that won't be enough. So we have to make 1 fission array here, and then upgrade these 2. Then it's fine. And I'm actually going to check my Earth stations as well, if there are like science modules that we can get rid of soon. We just want to stay at the 50% research bonus and the investment bonuses. But we can skip on other things. We don't need to go higher than this, so that we can make more stuff wherever we want to. Now we're going to invest heavily into this thing here still. The Advanced Antimatter Plasma Core Torch here. Because this one is, of course, a lot better than the one we use currently. This one would get us to Pluto as well. And actually, we should check out... Okay, does this one... Okay, tech tree, full tree. Is there an upgrade to the tier 2? Not tier 2, but the advanced version. So antimatter, advanced antimatter plasma core torch. There we are already. Yeah, the test now, there are no other ones behind this. So that's the last one. The only other drive we currently could get is the Pion Torch here. But the Pion Torch requires 5 antimatter per propellant tank. That's not an option. So this one requires 1000 U. I'm not sure how much that is, like 0.1 maybe, even less probably. As you can see, we still have antimatter left here, so that's fine. Let's check it out again. So the antimatter plasma core torch is still available, which we could research as well. Also a pretty good one. Costs how much? Oh, also 120. No, wait a second, that's the one we research. No, we don't. What? That's the advanced one. Ah, yeah, that's the one we... I wouldn't show. Advanced antimatter plasma core torch. Ah, we just picked it. That's why it doesn't show that we are progressing on it. Haha. So yeah, that's the drive we are going to use, the advanced one, for everything. But we should be able to upgrade this one. And the Pion Torch is definitely not worth it. It requires the anti-beam core reactor though. Yeah, I'm not sure that we are going to research this one. It's probably not worth it. No, it's not. And we also don't need any other fusion drive. So we are going to stick to antimatter. That's it. So we have our drive for the end game here. And now we also can check the other conditions for the win again. Because I think we reached our... Oh, we are close. 57% now. Very close to the economy winning condition. We just need to take out some more states. And now we are starting to work on these tier 3 bases here. Mercury is... we just wait for the colony hub. Then we upgrade the other ones. Mercury, that's the lunar one. Mars is under construction, C is under construction. So we just need the mining modules and then we can complete them. And Jupiter is of course our first target. Then we fly to the other ones and get ourselves established there. And on that way we take out all these other stations that we need for the winning condition. And most annoying one will be everything in the Cooper build, but that's something for the future. What I also want to check out later on is if we can make an even cheaper design with the hybrid exotic armor, but I'm waiting for the tech to unlock. So we need to get more volatiles. So we need to trade with the... I think it's the Academy actually. Yeah, they still have 44k, so we can trade with them. And the Humanity First, we are trading for metal. So that's fine for the moment. Because we have 2.7k income, that's still good. We also can get some nobles from them, but we are going to switch focus to the Academy again to get more volatiles from them. I was considering to bribe Exodus, because they have 90, oh no, that's 93, 65k volatiles here. And I was also considering to bribe the Protectorate, but the bribes are extremely expensive. So we are only in tolerance here with the Academy. Oh, we dropped down to conflict with Humanity First. Okay, we have to fix that again. But that's not a problem. They are easily bribed again. So, yeah, let's continue here. The question is, where do we want to end this episode? Not sure. Because we have more or less done our goals in regards to tech. I mean, this one is the last one. We are going to construct ships or Titans now, and then we can upgrade them to the new drive afterwards. Then they already have all the armor and the fuel and so on, so we don't need to... That should be relatively quickly to do. So the question now is, okay, we need to design the other ships. So let me do that quickly and get started on the other tier 3 hubs in our solar system, in the ones or the planets we control already. So we also need to finish this one up relatively quickly to finish up the tier 3 bases there. There we go. 100 energy. Okay. And now we are going to probably do things like economy bonuses. And no, actually we are going to do the... Yeah, the problem with these ones is they cost 200 metal and 70 volatiles and 32 nobles. It's a lot of stuff and they take a year to construct just to save like 90 or 80 days in build time. I don't think that's worth it currently. If we would have done that very, very early, then it would be fine. But at this point, I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, let's do these ones, and then we also do the... We should get this one actually unlocked here. Okay, let's speed forward. And I am constructing more ship designs and start them to be constructed here. Well, we are now in September. And before I end this episode, I will show the new designs here, which are already under construction. We do have a new flagship here. 2 of them are under construction because I want to have one in case something goes bad. These ones have also the fission platform kit so that we can make stations. And they carry arc lasers here, which we are going to upgrade to phasers eventually. And the other ship class is the laser ship class, because I didn't have a better name yet, which is pretty much the same, just replacing the fissile base kit and the flagship module, of course, with more laser engines here to boost these ones to full potential. Of course, we are also going to upgrade these to phasers when we can. In regards to this, we are currently... Like, November will be the finish date for the new plasma core torch here, for the better drive. And then we push everything we have into the ultraviolet combat lasers. The ships are going to finish up, I mean the first batch of ships is going to finish up when? Let me check. 200 days from now, so that's about 20, almost 30 weeks. So sadly that doesn't show you which day, but 30 days, 30 weeks from now, I think that's somewhere in summer next year. I mean 30 weeks, 7 months, yeah. Yeah, that's now it's early summer 2040. Then the first batch of ships is going to finish. And of course we can make new and more ships eventually. We still have some shipyards on Mercury left, and we also have some shipyards here on Ceres. However, there will be a fight on Ceres in the eventually next weeks. So there's one here. 9 ships are coming. We don't have the biggest fleet on Ceres, so that's a bit I mean, we have 20 ships or something, that should be fine. There's also a big fight coming towards Earth in October. It's, however, just light ships and everything, though. That's going to super easy, which is going to be in the next episode. This one is, however, going to be a struggle. There's a 20 ship fleet flying towards Mercury. Should be fine there. I should be able to do this, but that's maybe the fight I'm going to show next episode, because everything else is relatively easy. There's a mothership coming towards Earth with the assault carrier here into August 2040. It's also going to be super easy. That's not really a struggle right now for our defense fleet that we currently got. What we still need to design, and I'm going to do this when we have the final drive here, are of course Marines. So we still need enough Marines to take out these mining bases, but we don't need to send them with the first fleet. So we can just send the first fleet out to Jupiter, for example, and make a new base there, because we have to upgrade it, of course, to the orbital to have at least shipyards there. And then from there on, we can, of course, continue forward. And then we can still send the Marines behind this. So we are not in a struggle there. Also, our volatile income finally has recovered to a certain degree. We are at 161 bonus production right now. It's still not a lot, but we are trading with the other factions to loot their volatiles here to be able to construct even more stuff. But still there are constructions ongoing, so our income should go up eventually again. What's also quite interesting is that we really can't keep up here with the mission control. So whenever something finishes here, our cap goes up. Or rather, shortly before we reach the cap. Maybe, of course, probably there's a presentation case now. So whenever this one finishes here, I'm sure we are at the cap. But that didn't happen for a long time now. Yeah, of course. Showcase error. And there's the nano factory. Okay, so we actually maxed out now. Obviously, of course. Yeah, but it's always going up here. What we still need to fix is the cohesion. It went down a bit because the rest value is at 4.5. Which mostly comes from the lacking public opinion here, which we had more of it earlier. And now also the last super colliders are finishing up here. So now we do have an income of 1 antimatter per month, which is enough for all the constructions that we do. And in the next episode, of course, we are going to design the super late game ship. So basically the final version of everything. And also we are going to push for the ultraviolet combat lasers so that we have phasers with that augmentation. And that's the last thing we actually need. And then everything is in place. So in the next episode, we're probably going to see the first fights against stations. So everything is proceeding nicely. However, there might be, of course, the case that they are going to intercept our Jupiter fleet once again. So we have to see what will happen in detail there. Meanwhile, what we're going to do, because now we are at up to 300 influence income, which I think is mostly the influence hub here. No, that's still under construction actually. So it's something in the Leo, which has finished up, because we also made stations there. This one is still ongoing. I'm not sure when it finished. Oh, okay, November. So that will also happen soon. The direct investment in mission control here only cost 13 influence in the USA. Compared to the... we can't even. But here it costs 19. So what we are going to do here, pretty simple, is we are going to start dumping mission control into, or influence into the USA. So let's say like 100 here, 1.4k, which is 4 months of income, more or less, to build for mission control right away. It costs us 5k money. We are currently at a minimal deficit, which still has to do with all the constructions that we are doing. So let's do it. Probably we can max out the direct investment here before the end of the year. Maybe. So to fix our stuff, we are going to just sell 500 fissiles here, because we are also trading fissiles with the humanity first, so that's no problem. And now we do have some money again. So currently on the United States, we have to fix our inequality to get our cohesion up. So the cohesion rest value is currently 0.13, so nothing. So we should make more unity again and also do more welfare here while investing into mission control all the time. And yeah, here I'm going to cut it for this episode. It's pretty much a longer one, but this one is setting up for the end game. And then the next ship design will be there for relatively soon.